Key inflation report out earlier today. A lot of folks waiting on this, showing prices climbed 2.9% from the same time a year ago. That report indicating that inflation is loosening its stranglehold on the U.S. economy a bit, but prices remain stubbornly high, and there are concerns the Fed should have cut borrowing costs a couple months ago. Doug Holtz-Eakin, former CBO director and president of the American Action Forum. And Doug, good afternoon to you. So the White House is saying we are now under 3% for the first time since 2021. When you hear that as a headline, is that good news for the Biden-Harris team?
It's good news for the American people that things are moving the right direction. It's not good news for the Biden-Harris team. If you take and cherry pick just the last 3 months of 2024 or the last 6 months, you can get some good numbers. But if you look at the entirety of the record, 43 months as president and vice president, you've got an average inflation rate of 5.4%. No one's wages have gone up that fast. So for 43 months, people have been going to work, working hard, and falling further behind. They know it. They keep being told by the administration, you don't understand, this is the greatest economy, but they know what they're experiencing. They're working hard and falling behind.
Here is an example of what I think you're talking about. And I think this list, frankly, could be a lot larger than what we're showing here. But overall, if you have 19%, food 21%, rent 22%, energy whopping 33%. I got my electric bill this summer. I was like, man, oh man. Doug, knowing this, which side can play a better hand?
So this election on the economy front, I mean, there are a lot of issues, but on the economy, this election is firmly in the Trump camp because the record is so bad, and she has been vice president during that time. She has two choices. She can either say, no, I don't believe in Bidenomics. I believe in what I said in 2019. That set of policies looks very unattractive to swing state voters. Or she can reinvent herself, which evidently she will try to do between now and Friday, and convince us she is a different economic policymaker. I await what that might look like, but I think that's a tough sell.
So when Donald Trump went to cast that primary vote last hour, he said this event in North Carolina is going to focus on the economy, and we'll see if that's the case. He's got a big press conference tomorrow afternoon as well in New Jersey. Look at this. Wages are down 1.8%. This was Kudlow's big point with Dana and me earlier today. He said real wages, they are not rising, and when you compare that with inflation, that's where the real hit comes on. So kind of a political question for you right now. She says that this will be her focus if she wins on day one. I would ask, well, what happened to today and the next 4 months or a month ago or a year ago, Doug?
It's a fair question, and it's a fair question as how different her focus on the middle class is from Bidenomics, which grew the economy from the bottom up and the middle out, and sounded a lot the same to me. So when we've watched this administration in action, their policies to, quote, solve cost problems is to take taxpayer dollars and toss them to people and say, here's some more money. That created inflation. That doesn't solve the underlying inflation problem. So there's been no real solution offered so far. What's going to be different going forward?
Okay, fair point. This from the White House just about 30 minutes ago. It's the first time we're seeing it. Here's President Biden when asked about it.
Has the U.S. beat inflation, Mr. President?
Yes. I told you we're going to have a soft landing. We're going to have a soft landing. My policies are working. Start writing that way, okay?
All right, Doug, there it is. Plain and simple from the commander-in-chief. Will we have a soft landing? Is that where we're headed?
There is no guarantee of that yet. I would say, honestly, that if we get a soft landing out of this, everyone should build a statue to the Federal Reserve, which has done a remarkable job. I don't think you can thank the $1.6 trillion in regulatory costs the Biden administration's come up with, or the enormous amount of excess spending that has generated more inflation pressure, not less. So you can take credit. That's what presidents do, but I don't think the policies support it.
Doug, nice to see you. Sounds like a pretty good debate come September 10th. We'll see how that goes. Doug Holtz-Eakin, thanks for coming on.